2025.5 Volvo XC90 B6 first test. Hits and misses of the unexpected update. When MotorTrend named the Volvo XC90 the SUV of the year back in 2016, we knew it was impressive, but this impressive? How could we have predicted it'd still feel modern a decade later? At a vintage when most vehicles have already given way to a new generation, the XC90 has received an extensive refresh. Despite the basics being largely unchanged, they still feel suitably contemporary, quite a feat considering they were engineered more so many years ago. It's odd, then, that the new things Volvo added put the XC90 behind the curve against truly modern rivals. Not actually new. A skeptic might imagine that this XC90 refresh was never meant to happen. Instead, in one potential timeline it would have been cancelled to make way for the X93 row SUV introduced as part of Volvo's all-electric transition plans. But the Swedish automaker has had to reassess its strategy as EV realities settled in. Now it will continue producing combustion and hybrid powertrains for longer than it intended, hence this effort in revitalizing its oldest model. Whatever the case, the updated XC90 arrives for 2025.5. Yes, it's designated that way. Volvo apparently couldn't just call it a 2026. Aside from prominent changes like the restyled front end, dashboard, and door trim, it's essentially the same as before. Built on the same chassis available with engines carried over from prior model years. Same engine, similar results. Thus, performance is almost identical to that of equivalent models tested previously. This 2025.5 XC90 was equipped with the B6 engine, a super and turbocharged, mild hybrid 2.0-liter i4 powertrain that produces 295 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. Teamed with an 8-speed automatic transmission and AWD. At the track, the 2025.5 XC90 B6 posted a 0–60 mph acceleration time of 6.5 seconds on the way to a 15.0 second, 93.8 mph quarter mile. In full force 60–0 mph braking, it stopped in 123 feet. On the skid pad, it gripped at 0.81 grams average. And its best lap around our figure-8 handling course took 27.3 seconds at 0.65 grams average. For proof of how similar the 2025.5 XC90 is to before, here are the results from a 2023 XC90 B6. 0 to 60 in 6.8 seconds, a 15.2 second quarter mile at 92.6 miles per hour. 60 mph braking also in 123 feet, skid pad grip of 0.82 grams average, and a figure-8 lap of 27.4 seconds at 0.62 grams average. Still solid. These results are just fine for a new luxury 3-row SUV, as if track performance is a priority for any vehicle of this type. How it works in the real world is more important. And there the 2025.5 XC90 is quite nice. A satisfyingly solid feeling pervades while you drive. The XC90's body structure has tangible rigidity. Clearly engineered to a standard of quality competitive with other European luxury brands and supportive of Volvo's safety reputation. Going down the road. That solid construction is evidenced by the assured steering responses, which make the entire body move as one rigid, cohesive unit. This XC90, like nearly every example we've assessed before, had an optional air suspension system, which colors our impressions of the ride quality. So equipped, however, the 2025.5 XC90 remains comfortably supple and quietly composed despite feeling more firm and less isolating than some airspring systems.